Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Rob. If you're returning, cool beans. Today I want to talk to you about that new Netflix movie with Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer in it called Thunder Force, where they play a couple of makeshift superheroes, I guess. In the world they live in, a meteor came from space, crashed into Earth, released something in the air, so now people with the sociopathic tendencies or personality, they are now super villains or super people. They're called miscreants in the movie, which is kind of a cool name, I guess. The movie, okay, Melissa McCarthy plays the same person she plays in like the last couple movies, like Tammy, Identity Thief, Heat with Sandra Bullock, which is a great movie. But she's the same kind of rough around the edges, quick-witted character. Which I mean, it's just very one-dimensional. There's nothing else. I mean, you know exactly who she is from the jump. You're like, oh, I've seen her do that in other movies. And that was a little disappointing. They could have done something better. She could have had some kind of something else. And Octavia Spencer plays a scientist who, after the miscreants have murdered her parents back in the day, like in the 80s, now her whole goal in life is to get super smart and create a serum so that she can fight back. Because, the regular people, we don't have like superheroes. So she creates the serum and, through a series of silly mishaps or whatever, Melissa McCarthy's character takes half the serum. She takes the super strength half, and Octavia Spencer's just left with the invisibility serum. I don't understand why they couldn't just make another serum so they both could have super strength and invisibility. It feels stupid. Like, why can't you just cook up another batch? The villain is some guy named the King. He's a mayor, or he's running for mayor, and surprise, surprise, he's a miscreant too. I'm not spoiling anything. You see it coming the moment you press play on the film. There are some shining spots. Jason Bateman as the crab dude. The crab, he's got pincers for hands and he's got like crab arms. That was cool. I really liked that. He's funny, but that's Jason Bateman though. You're not going to have like a bad performance from him because that's just who he is. He has that kind of dry, not dry, but like deadpan kind of delivery. And he always seems like a dude you could just hang out with. Like you move into a new apartment building and he's your next door neighbor and now you guys are best friends because he's just a regular dude. You don't really hear too much about a lot of other miscreants in the movie. There's another one. Her name's Laser. She's very stereotypical. She just wants to do bad, but I guess she is a sociopath. I don't know. I thought just kind of meant you lacked empathy for others and situations and stuff, but it feels like there's a lot of wasted talent in this movie, and that's just how it feels. I mean, they could have done better. There could be better. They spent a lot of money on this movie, obviously. I mean, there's some special effects, nothing mind-blowing. You're not gonna leave your viewing going, oh wow, that was visually spectacular. You're gonna say to yourself, well, that was a movie and I watched it, because that's basically all it is. There's no surprises. There's no crazy plot development. There's not like a twist in the end. It's all very predictable, very bland, very boring. There's a running joke about how the super suits can't really be washed, so they stink, and I don't get that. If you can make a super suit, you can't clean it. You can't just hose the inside. I don't know. You can't make multiple super suits. And they drive around in a Lamborghini that, the joke is they can't fit in it, but they're still going to drive around. I don't understand a lot of the choices made because it doesn't make sense to me. That's kind of about it. There's nothing, you're not going to get it's not going to scratch that superhero movie itch that you need it to. We haven't had any really good superhero movies in the past couple, well, I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. You're like, oh, I want like a good superhero movie that has Melissa McCarthy in it. It has Octavia Spencer in it. Two fantastic actresses. I think Octavia Spencer might be one of the greatest actresses working currently. She's a delight in anything I've ever seen her in, except for this. Melissa McCarthy has made me laugh. The Heat and some Saturday Night Live stuff. She did that one sketch with the Hidden Valley Ranch, which I can watch 15 times a day and still laugh about the same. I guess she was kind of good at an identity theft, whatever it is, and it's kind of about it. There's nothing else really. It ends exactly how you think it's going to end. The beginning, middle, and the end are just right there. You can see it from the first couple minutes. The first 35 to 40 plus minutes is spent just showing us how Melissa McCarthy's character has to get a series of shots in the face, and for some reason they're all surprise shots. So they come out of nowhere from a robot, and she has to get 33 of them to get the full strength or whatever. And then Octavia Spencer's character just has to take a couple pills to get her invisibility powers, but they're big pills. The best part of this movie is The Crab by Jason Bateman. That's it. He's in it maybe 8 minutes, maybe. I don't know. I didn't time it, but there's a couple funny parts, but they're only funny because he's in them. You're gonna chuckle a couple times. You might exhale through your nose quickly at one or two scenes, but if you're finding this movie funny enough where you're laughing hysterically, then your life is probably pretty bad, and more power to you. I hope this brought you a little bit of joy. It's not a great movie. Every single character is so predictable. One of the characters switches sides towards the end, and you saw that coming from the very beginning. This is a very boring movie, and I feel like I should get a 1 month credit from Netflix. If I had to pay money to see this in the theaters, I'd have been very upset, very disappointed. That's how boring and how lame and how, I guess, one-sided and very shallow this movie is. I believe it was directed by Melissa McCarthy's husband. He's the same guy who did Tammy, and you can kind of tell. It's like they have a formula from Melissa McCarthy. Hey, I'll do this. Let's put this cookie cutter character that I continuously play. Let's put her in other situations where you give her a new occupation and a new, goal, whatever it may be. That's just exactly what they did. She's not really acting. She's just kind of being herself, and she's probably a hilarious person in real life. You probably gotta tell her to be quiet sometimes because she's making it so you might pee yourself. I don't know. I've never met the lady. All in all, if I was rating movies this was school, an A to an F, this would be a D, maybe a D plus for Jason Bateman. I would have rather they took Jason Bateman's crab character and made that a whole movie. Because first of all, it's Jason Bateman. He's great. Second, he's got crab arms. He's got little crab arms. That's kind of silly. How do you go to the bathroom with crab arms, And you kind of get to see a little bit of that, his difficulty with everyday life, having, pincers. And that's it. There's other movies you could watch that are going to be better. I would watch those. You're going to put this movie on at 8 o'clock on a Sunday evening when you have nothing else to do. You're just winding down for bed. and you just want something on for background noise. That's what you're gonna do, because that's what this movie is. It's not great, it's not good. But it was hyped up all over Twitter. I saw a bunch of stuff on Facebook, saw a bunch of stuff on YouTube, and it's just not good. If you watched it, did you like it? Do you think I'm just a big dummy for saying this? If so, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. I promise I'm gonna get better at this YouTube thing. I can't afford the proper equipment, so I am recording on my phone. I'm editing with free stuff. That's really about it. If you like this video, a thumbs up would help. If you hated it, go ahead and give me a thumbs down, whatever. Let me know how I'm doing. I watch a lot of movies. I have a lot of free time. All right, thank you. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Don't watch this movie today because it'll ruin it.